I kid you not, even until today, some of my better performing posts are from iPhone.
Yeah.
not from professional camera.
That's amazing. Yep.
Yeah. There's photo walks and there's events and so on. But
Yeah, there is.
nobody ever had the initiative of saying that, you know what, like, why don't we actually harness this community, this power, this creative power, to do something good, to make a difference. Yes, I do love the craft, but for me, photography, this creative journey is also about bringing people together, building community, and about making a difference, giving back.
Today I'm sitting down with Yulius Santoso, a street photographer whose journey started with nothing more than his phone and a love for photography. In this episode, we get into his approach to street photography, storytelling and composition, and how that early passion shaped the way he shoots today. We also get into the community side of his career, from the charity walks that he runs to the meetups that he holds that bring people together through photography. Julius has another charity walk happening this Sunday, the 7th of December, so if you're in Sydney, please make sure to check the link in the description if you want to get involved. So with all that said, let's get into it. But I've been following you for a while now, man. And I love everything that you've been doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, like you're putting together, like especially community-wise, it's giving back a lot.
Yeah, I mean that's my main thing. Like, I mean,
you can tell.
I think, probably my main differentiator as a photographer or as a creative is just
bringing people together.
Yeah.
Which is important.
That community aspect is important. Yeah.
Did you notice that? Because when I started, and so many creatives that I've met think the exact same way. For the first 3 years of me doing, I've been doing this for maybe 6 years now. The first 3 years, I didn't know anyone, not a single creative friend.
Right.
And I felt like everything that I did, I had to learn by myself. Like I was just on YouTube, I was just in my apartment, shooting, editing, learning, but completely on my own.
Slowly, man. Yeah.
And it makes it like way slower.
Yeah,
everything that I learned in those first 3 years, I probably could have learned in one if I was around.
Yeah,
other
just
people.
absorbing, just hanging out with like similar people, basically.
Yeah. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that, and probably from my perspective, I'm not one of those people that will have the patience to sit down and watch YouTube clips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I learned by going out with different photographers, more experienced photographers, and also, man, like even though, like in terms of photography genre, I'm in street photography.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I picture you as.
Right, but like I go out with landscape guys.
Yeah, you can learn from them.
Each genre of photography, I think, have different strengths and different strengths and certain things that they're very good at, right? Like, like for example, like street photography, it's all about being nimble, being able to spot the frame, and if you don't catch it, you lose it, right? Like it's about being very, very responsive and like eyes wide open, whereas we are not necessarily the most technical, and I absolutely admire the technical, expertise of your astrophotographers or, or really, really high level landscape photographers. Like, dude, like when I saw, like, wow, like.
Yeah, you really need to know your gear and your settings.
Your settings and things like that. Like, it's just a completely, like no pun intended, out of this world.
Very good. Yeah, so true. It really is. But then at the same time, I've heard you say that you went to your very first photo walk with just your iPhone. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes it isn't all about the gear, right?
So I was the first, my very first photo walk, there's a bunch of us, there's a model, she's like this American girl.
Yeah.
And everyone was pulling out their camera and things like that, and it's my turn to say I pull up my iPhone. she was giving me a look like, what the hell?
That's hilarious. Yeah, what made you go to that? What made you feel like, because a lot of people wouldn't because they don't have the gear.
Yeah, but look, I was invited, like there's a couple of friends and things like that, and I always had the interest of photography and so on. As a matter of fact, like I think the first 6-12 months when I actually decided to do photography more seriously.
Yep.
It was always on phone, right?
Wow.
Just phone. Like even until today, I think a lot of my stuff is still just iPhone.
Fantastic.
Right? And I'm a big believer as well that sometimes having too much fancy gears can really stun your creativity. Then because you worry so much about the settings, the technical aspects, what sort of lens I'm using and things like that. No, like just
you're relying on the gear a lot too, right?
Yeah. You know, was actually having similar conversation with some friends, and you know, like as creative, you know, and you get your work out there on Instagram and so on. You know, you analyze which posts tend to do better than others and things like that. And I kid you not, even until today, some of my better performing posts are from iPhone.
Yeah.
not from professional camera.
That's amazing. Yep.
Yeah. So we were talking about like, you know, sometimes with photography, videography and things like that, it's not necessarily the gear.
Yep.
It's how you see things, is your vision.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think it is about those photos that makes them stand out? Because it is so much more than just the gear. The gear does help, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you rely on the gear, a lot of people use it to mask what they don't know or what they're not so good at.
Yeah.
And you can, I think it's great to start the first 6 months to 12 months using as limited gear as you can, because then it forces you to learn other things like good composition, having a good eye.
Good eye, yeah. And the other thing as well is, you know, you heard the saying before, right? The best camera that you have, the best camera is the one that you have with you, right?
Correct.
And absolutely true, right? And I think, you know, once I decided to do photography and taking it more seriously, honestly, there's not a single day. And I've been doing photography for just over 3 years now.
Yep.
Not a single day that I didn't capture a photograph or I didn't actually edit a photograph.
Every day?
Every single day.
Wow.
So I don't take it as a burden, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, but it's a routine. Like it's that level of
discipline.
Discipline. Like if no matter how busy you are and things like that, you find time, and you always have your phone with you.
You must love it though, right?
I love it. Yeah. I absolutely love it. And look, and with iPhone as well, right? I mean, with you know, mobile phone photography and things like that. The reason why I think it's, you know, it's so good, and something that I actually recommend to, you know, like people that genuinely want to start and things like that.
Yeah.
Here's the saying, right? I genuinely believe that if you can't take a good photograph with your phone, somebody can give you a $50,000 camera, and the photo's still gonna look shit.
That's great.
Right?
Yeah,
because
I think so too.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, like I think it's not, the gear is important. Yes, I mean, look, there is, you need to understand the limitation of your gear and things like that. No, like your phone is not going to be able to capture, you know, moon with the same details as, you know, a bazooka lens, you know, but
I think you can still capture emotion and feeling and story with just your phone.
Absolutely,
right?
you know, and I think, and the other good thing as well with phone, right? It's idiot proof. And I idiot proof.
Yeah, you're right. Anyone can use it, right? You don't have to know all the settings.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right.
And people say, oh, I can afford a camera. Well, you have a phone, right? Like, I mean, phone got camera.
That's a really good point. Because I know so many people that have bought their very first camera and they have no idea how to use it.
Yeah.
And it's like too technical.
Yeah.
And then they'll try for a little bit and then they'll put it away because they realize how much time they need to invest just to learn how to use the settings.
Yeah.
And do you know how many clients I've worked with? And they're like, oh, Ken, I've got this really old camera. And it's like a proper camera that's just been sitting in the cupboard. And I'm like, why don't you use this? And like, I don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Whereas like you don't have that problem with your phone.
No, you don't. And I think that, you know, I think that's a good thing.
It's a great thing,
That's a great thing. And I think, you know, I was talking to someone as well, out of all the different brands and companies out there, Apple got the biggest R&D span for like photography and technology and things like that, and they can afford to compared to anyone else. You know, so I think don't underestimate how powerful.
I think so too.
You know,
they're getting better and better. The Zoom. I just got the 17.
Yeah, same.
I had a 12 before this, and upgrading from a 12 to this. Oh my god, the Zoom is incredible.
Yeah, but again, like I've seen people taking crazy shots with iPhone 6.
Yeah, true. You're right. Yeah.
I've seen people that are still shooting with iPhone 6 in 2025. I think more as a flex.
yeah, that's
That's
it.
a
You're right.
flex.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I can take great shot with my iPhone 6.
Yeah, give me anything. That's actually a good point. To have the confidence to be like, give me any camera, man. I'll take something good.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, just it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
What are some tips? Say someone only has an iPhone that like they can't afford the camera yet, and they want to do street photography. Like, what are some tips that could make their photos go from where they are now to a little bit better?
Okay, so iPhone, your mobile phone camera is actually a massive plus in street photography, especially because you can be a ninja, right?
Yeah.
You carry a camera straight away. People will know.
People change.
People will post. People will be more alert. Where I think being able to being discreet, like being you don't want to draw attention as well.
Yep.
All right.
You're right.
It's so important, right? And I think your phone can do that. The biggest thing I think, like just with your phone, think a little bit more instead of just like snap. You know, like selfie here, selfie there. Just think a little bit more about the composition and what you're trying to achieve. Put a bit more thoughts of what you're trying to capture instead of just like snapping away. The other thing as well, the other big thing is you got to learn how to edit. Right. That's probably another big thing as well. I think if you think, for a lot of creative especially, the photography, videography part, capturing the actual content is a big mountain already. Editing,
it's another one.
Is an even bigger mountain. I think look, no disrespect, but I think give a monkey a camera or a phone, right?
Yeah.
And they can probably take a selfie or like, you know, but editing is like, I think the learning curve is a lot harder. So I think
so too.
You know.
And you can tell when when you come across someone who's a great editor, they can provide their own style. Like, you know that this person's edited it because they've created that for them.
I think we often refer them as your creative DNA. So I think sometimes you can spot someone's work from miles away, even before actually reading the caption. You know, that's so and so shot.
Yes. That's what people strive for, right?
You know, like a signature shot almost.
Yes.
You know. But yeah, look, I think
that takes just experience and time.
It takes experience and time and not trying. I think the key here is not trying to look. You can get inspiration from other creatives and things like that, but if you try to imitate, if you try to be a copycat per se, you will never have your own style, right? I think you gotta stay true in terms of this is my thing. Like, I'm doing this, not for anyone else. First and foremost, I'm doing this creatively for me, right? If you like it, that's great. But don't do something just purely because you're trying to
impress other
people, or you try to, you worry about followers and likes, and I think if you do that, we talk about like so many creatives getting burnt out and things like that because they if you try to copy someone and you're not being true to yourself, you get tired very quickly, right?
Yes, I agree. Because you're not enjoying it. You're doing things that you think other people want rather than what you want.
Exactly. And I had a discussion with another friend the other day, and this particular friend, he's quite frustrated because he felt that Instagram, a lot of your social media, favor video these days.
Yeah. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think to a certain degree, yes. I think content creation, things like that, is shifting away from photography towards videography.
Especially compared to like 10 years ago.
Absolutely,
a long time. It was like all photo.
Yeah. But having said that, like, is it possible to build a successful, successful account, or being a successful creative, doing just photography? Well, yes. Like, there are people that are building their follower base and being very successful just on the strength of photography.
Yeah, that's mad. That's a good point. So do you think, say someone just loves photography, but when they're on social media, they feel like I need to do video because that's what Instagram wants, even though they just love photos. You think you can grow an account just with your photography?
Not as fast.
Not as
Certainly,
fast.
I don't think not as fast. But look, you know, if you've been checking my work for a while,
Yeah.
I'm
Most of your work's photography.
Yeah, I'm that dude that thinks that I let my photo
Yep.
do the talking.
Yeah. Which is great.
I'm pretty ugly, right? I don't like to.
Bro, you're a handsome man. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But like, I don't like looking at myself or filming myself. I don't do selfie.
Yep.
I leave that to all the beautiful people, right? Like that's fine, you know.
Yeah.
Like my thing is photography, and I like, you know, the photography, my editing style.
Yep.
The caption, the story.
Yep.
Speak for themselves, right?
Yeah, I love that.
You know, and yes, look, there's pressure of, oh yeah, look, if you want to work with different brands, you know, if you want to grow your followers and so on, you want to go viral, you gotta do like video, and it's like, well, fine, like, you know, that's what you want, like, but that's not my thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't give a shit.
Yeah, which is good. It's good to reach that place because a lot of people can't.
You know, like have the confidence that it's not really my thing. Like you know, yeah, look, I don't mind being on video and things like that, but I don't actively put myself in front of a camera talking.
Yeah, you know what? I also think learning video and making videos is very time consuming, right? So if you do decide to start making videos, it's going to take a lot of time away that you could be spending getting better at photography as well, I think.
And I think, look, as a creative, you do need to be, you know, these days, you need to be jack of all trade to a certain degree, you know. I think
sort of.
Yeah, you do. But again, like, you know, play your strength.
Yeah, you know.
Play your strength. And there's some people that are very good at videography.
Yeah.
That maybe not so good at photography or stand still, and that's okay, right?
Well, I'm one of them. So when I first picked up a camera, I just wanted to take photos. Everything was I enjoyed photography, but then when I started trying to get paid and turn it into a career, every business just wants a reel. I want a reel. I want a reel. I want a... And then without asking, it wasn't my choice. 90% of everything I did was just videos.
Yeah.
Because no one wanted photos. That before I knew it, 6 months, 12 months had gone by. I hardly ever take photos.
Right.
That when someone asked me to take photos, I'm like, oh, I can, but I'm not. I would say I'm sure there's a photographer that would do a better job than me because I've just spent all my time making videos.
It's funny you say that. I mean, that's almost like a self-limiting beliefs, right? I think.
Yeah, true.
You know.
But I still think someone who's spent every day taking photos, editing photos, and then I just do it every 6-7 months.
Yeah.
I could still do it, but
yes, like, look, I got clients that ask if I can do photography and videography, and I would say, yes, I can, but you know, full disclosure, managing expectation.
It is that communicating.
Yeah,
right?
managing expectation. My key strength is in photography, not in you know, not in videography. Yes, I can take basic photography and so on.
Yep.
But you're probably better off. Like if you're looking for an all-rounder, I'm not your guy. I can you know, I can refer a few people.
Yep.
You know,
which is good. And I was talking about this the other day with a guy I had on. More and more, especially businesses that I've worked with over the last year, businesses like they're becoming more aware that they really want to build their brand and really be on socials, and they take it a lot more seriously than they did when I first started.
Yeah.
And when I go to jobs now, they will brief me and say, Kenny, we just want you to make this one video. And I'll turn up to the shoot and I'll say, I can do photos. Like I'll tell them and they're like, no, we've already got someone for photos. We've got someone for social media. We've got someone for BTS. We just need you to make this one video. And it made me realize, like, maybe you can just, like, you don't have to be the jack of all trades now. You can just be the photographer and get work with these bigger brands because they take it more seriously. They're more aware and they're actually building teams. You just do photos from this time to this time. Kenny will come in and do a video from this time to this time.
Yep.
And I think it's a good thing because for me, it means, cool, I can just worry about this one thing that I love and I'll make this really, really good rather than trying to do everything for them, which I used to do at the beginning.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I think you know, you do need to be flexible as well, obviously.
Yeah.
But
if the opportunity is there, you need to.
But I think staying true and really having an honest conversation of this is what I enjoy doing first and foremost.
That's the hardest conversation to have.
This is what I genuinely enjoy doing.
Yeah.
No, I don't like to take selfie, and and post in front,
Yeah, man.
it's not my thing,
Yeah, I love that.
And that's fine. Like I think if you're doing something purely because of, trying to grow your followings on Instagram, things like that, you're a sucker.
Yeah, man.
Like I think sorry to say, and I probably rub some people the wrong way, but you're a sucker because that essentially you got brainwashed.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people forgot why we're doing the whole thing in the first place. Like why, like we're doing this. A lot of creatives, right? They're doing this first and foremost because of the love of art. Right?
At the beginning.
Yeah. And sometimes it's important to remember, like, hey, like, especially if you are stuck in a rut and you're getting burnt out, like you got to just back to basic, right?
Yeah.
I think pick up the camera, back to basic, and really find, that love again, like that passion and so on. You heard so many creatives getting burnt out and things like that, and it's real. Like and even though I mentioned to you, like I still take photo every day, okay, without fail. I still edit every day without fail. Christmas Day, New Year's Day, I'm still doing it.
That's mad.
I did it with crazy hangover.
I'm still doing it.
I go,
yeah, that's great.
I still go out to shoot when I was like, half wasted, and the shot
dedicated.
And then I check the shot next day. Oh shit, did I take that?
That's not bad.
But yeah, I think just.
But don't you think that's the difference? You can do that every single day and not feel burnout because you love it. Because you really enjoy it.
I genuinely love it.
And I feel like burnout happens when you start doing a lot of work that you don't enjoy. And you seem like a very self-aware person to have that conversation with yourself and be like, what do I enjoy doing? How do I do more of what I enjoy? And I feel like the people that do get burnt out, generally it's because they start doing things for other people, for the algorithm, for views, and it's not what they like. And they're doing a whole lot of work that doesn't make them happy.
Yeah.
And then inevitably it's going to lead to burnout because you're like, none of this makes me happy. I'm working every day.
And then you're not being authentic to yourself as well, right? And
whereas someone else can work every day, like, edit, shoot every single day and still love it and not feel burnout because you have that self-awareness to keep doing what you love.
Yeah, but you know what they say as well, right? If you're really enjoying it, it's not work.
Exactly. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I mean, fundamentally, what I often remind myself as well is, it's great getting paid.
Yeah.
For what you do, but push come to shove. At the end of the day, will I still do this for free?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I love the damn thing.
Yeah, of course.
I absolutely love doing this. It's, for me, it's a way of life, right? It's
And I feel some people just get stuck sometimes as well. Is that like when you try to turn it into a career or get clients or get paid for it, sometimes you do have to do things that you don't love.
Yeah.
Because, you need to pay bills as well.
Absolutely.
But it is finding that balance and always making time. And this is where I messed up the biggest. In the first 2-3 years, I said yes to everything because I just wanted to turn it into a career. I was a personal trainer. I'm like, I need to train. I know I was old. To me, I was in mid-30s, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, changing career. I've been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah.
It was scary. So I was saying yes. I need to make money. But I was saying yes to all these things that weren't really the things that I loved. I just wanted to reach a certain point, and that's where I felt burnout because I was doing way too much of the work I didn't want to do.
And I think, look, when you're starting up, you do need to clock up experience and clients and things like that. As a creative, as a photographer, people ask me like, if is there any tips? There's no shortcut.
Yeah.
There is no shortcut. Like I mean, same with like, if you want to get fit, there's no shortcut. There's no magic. There's no magic pill, right?
Yeah, I think gotta get in there and do it.
Yeah, and I think there's absolutely no substitute of actually spending time.
Yeah, good point.
That's
good. It's exactly the same with fitness. You can read all the fitness books in the world. You're not going to get fit. You've got to go in there and do the work.
Yeah, and then it's very subtle, but you don't necessarily notice improvement because you're doing it daily. But you start looking at some of your work from like 12 months ago, 24 months ago, and say, that would look like a piece of shit.
That was me. I took that.
Did I take that?
And I thought it was good at the time.
And at the time, and it's like the edit was like, you know,
Yeah, what was I
Gary's
thinking?
oversaturation. Like you just like, you know, you dial out the saturation.
Oh, that's great.
It looks like tofu, you know. But at that time you thought like, oh, you know, Mona Lisa. You know, like,
Yeah, you're right, and it's true. You don't realize until you look way back, right? You
Yeah.
don't see those incremental improvements.
But again, like you know, it's you don't become good in one day. Like you just have to
Keep showing
yeah,
up.
you gotta keep showing up. You gotta, you know, people who use the term grinding. And, grind is such a negative
Yeah, you're right.
connotation because you're grinding, you know. But no, grind is good. Like I think you know, on those days that you don't actually want to go out, on those days that you don't want to go to the gym, tell me a time that you actually regret
Yep.
actually showing up to do the exercise.
Yeah, you're right.
Never. Like you finish the exercise, you finish gym, and you say like, shit, you know what? I didn't want to go,
Yeah.
but I'm glad I did.
Yeah. Yep. And
You
all
know?
those little moments build up to
Over
make you
time.
who you are.
That's right. And I think as a creative, I think you just have to put in time. You put in the time. You yes, look, there are some milestones where you know you might spend time with a certain creative, you know. And I've been lucky to be coached and mentored by fantastic photographers, like with years and years of experience, right? And they were generous enough to take me under their wing and share their knowledge and so on. But you know, a lot of the time it's just going through the motion of you know the routine, discipline of doing things. You know?
I think that's the biggest thing, especially with mentors. Like a mentor can tell you everything. They can give it to you on a plate, but if you don't actually go out and implement what they teach you, it's worthless.
So back to that topic of like finding mentor, coaching, and so on. Look, I think in Sydney, especially, we're very fortunate. We have very, very strong, close knit photography community, full of really, really good people, like genuinely good people, right? But I was very lucky. Like, I mean, that's the honest truth. Like, I was very lucky. I mean, when I started over three and a bit years ago, like I was just using my phone. I didn't know how to edit, right? I didn't know how to edit. I edit everything using, the native iPhone app.
Flicking through,
saturation max. Right? And I joined a group called iPhone Photography.
No way.
Yeah. And that was really the turning point for me as well.
Yep.
Right. So there was a guy in Singapore, and he spent 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months, but yeah, good 3 months, teaching me everything from editing to photograph, and he was brutal. Like, he would say,
How did you get him to do that?
so like we just connected online and things like that. And he said that, you know what, I'll teach you, okay, but here's the deal, like every day you gotta send me one photo edited.
Wow. Did you ask him?
Yeah, I say, look,
Can you
teach me? I say, I will, but like
Wow.
I'm gonna tell it straight to you. Like,
And
I'm
he was
gonna-
in Singapore, so you
he's
found
in
him
Singapore.
online.
Yeah, so he's an old dude, right?
Yeah. That's mad.
And he taught me at that time. I didn't know Lightroom, so at that time I learned something called Snapseed. I don't know whether you.
Yeah,
heard
I know
of-
Snapseed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so Snapseed,
mobile app.
Yeah,
right?
mobile app. Everything's on mobile.
Yep.
So Snapseed, and that's how I learned how to edit.
Wow.
I still use Snapseed a little bit at the moment.
All on your phone? Snapseed's not on
Yeah,
desktop, is it?
Yeah, no. It's only on phone and
Yeah, I've seen
tablets,
it,
right?
yes. Wow.
So every single day I would send a photo. He's still a good friend. Like, we're still in contact. Like, after 3 years.
That's
like,
amazing.
Yeah, I think he's in his 80s.
Wow.
Like, but he's like
Yep.
so switched on. And every day I would send a photo to him, here's my photo for today.
Yeah.
Here's my edit. Like he sent me I sent him the original and
Yep.
the edited part.
Okay.
And he would.
Man, that's so good.
But for someone to do that,
Yeah.
like how generous.
Very, very.
How
Not many
generous,
people would do that these
right?
days.
How very generous. And his only message is, look, pay it forward. Like,
Yeah, wow.
pay it, and truly, like,
That's
pay it
actually
forward.
good,
Like,
yep.
I mean, if you see somebody else starting up and things like that, you can genuinely help.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go and help them. You
Yep.
know, go and help them. Point them in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't be as blunt.
Yeah.
Don't be as
Sometimes
blunt.
people need that
You know,
though,
well, I
right?
do, yeah. But you know, and that's how I learned. And there was all mobile photography at the time.
That's amazing.
And then when I
That's
had
so
my
good, bro. Yeah.
yeah, I've been very lucky. And again, when the time, you know, I graduated from Snapseed and I wanted to go to Lightroom.
Mm-hmm.
There's this guy in Belgium.
No way. Yeah.
In Belgium, I
Yeah.
kid you not. I
Yeah.
kid you not. And he did similar thing for about 2-3 weeks.
Wow. You're just like Facebook groups? Well, where are you
Yeah,
finding
just
these?
Instagram.
Instagram. Just messaging people.
Just, yeah. You know, and he did very, very similar thing. Like he would actually record his phone with Lightroom mobile app, and
Wow.
he showed me what he did. Like, I just, wow.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
You know, and he's a landscape photographer, by the way. Like, he's not a street guy.
Yep.
He's not a street photographer. But like, I can honestly say, like, those two people,
Mm.
you know, there was, for me, it was a milestone moment because,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, of course.
helps so much.
It really does.
It really does.
Well, this is the difference between that and me trying to learn by myself.
You know,
It takes me way longer than that
You know.
would have.
and similar things in real life as well in Sydney. You know, I still remember there was this old school landscape photographer, really, really good guy. And I met him at one of the Sunset meeting.
Yep.
Okay? Sydney Sunset. Okay, and those people are very, very typically older.
Okay.
They're very good landscape photographers.
Yeah.
Right? And before that, like, you know, very basic, but he explained the whole thing with like ISO, aperture, shutter speed
Yeah.
in a way that just
Yeah. Just clicked.
click.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And there was also a turn, you know, spending time with that guy, there was a turn, there was a moment, you know, I remember very clearly because I started applying what I learned to long exposure and slow shutter on the, you know, on street photography.
Yeah.
And I would never be able to do that.
Yep. Sometimes it's things that you wouldn't even think of doing.
Yeah.
They show you something, you're like, man, I never thought of that.
And you apply it.
Yeah.
You apply, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, I think reach out to people, right? Say,
Yeah.
hey,
People are afraid to do that.
what do you got to lose?
I know.
What do you got to lose? Like, they say, go away. Like, okay.
A lot of the
you-
times they don't even say go away. From what I've found, whenever I reach out to people, they either just don't reply or they reply in a positive way. They never.
you know, look, I've been, you know, look, I've been pretty lucky, like in the sense that, in general, people respond positively, especially if
Yeah,
you
I think
approach them
so
and say,
too.
hey, I like this aspect of your work.
Yeah.
You know, can you teach me?
Yep.
Can I go out and shoot with you?
Yep.
You know, I learned a lot, Kenny, by just going out with different photographers.
Yeah.
Every time I went out to shoot with different photographer, regardless of their level of experience, I always pick something. I always learn something new, like different perspective, different composition.
Yep.
You know, some session more than others, but
Yep. And this is how you find your own style too, though, right? Because you're learning from so many people,
yeah.
right? And then not only do you take little bits from everyone, you then add to it. You know, like that slow shutter, you're like, I'm gonna apply it to my street photography,
Yeah.
and then it's like,
you experiment.
and then you
afterwards.
add with it,
Yeah.
and then you have a little bit of everyone, and you start molding yourself into.
Yeah,
your own.
and not limiting yourself to, oh, I'm a street photographer, so I can only learn from a street photographer.
Yeah.
Like just having that, you know, appreciation that I think different style of photography is better at certain things than others.
Yeah. Yeah, some people limit themselves too much and they
They
just stick to
pigeonhole
their-
themselves.
Yeah.
And then I think like, man, like don't do that, especially like if you are still pretty early in your creative journey.
Yes.
Like the person that really pigeonhole and because there's a big push, right? Oh, you gotta be an expert. You gotta specialize in something. You gotta have your niche. And again, that's what we're told, right? Like I mean, don't be jack of all trade. But as a street photographer, for example, I take portraits as well, right? I go out to a studio session, and I'm pretty useless with lighting and things like that. Like I'm pretty lucky that like I normally go out with guys that are pretty good at setting up lights and things like that, and I help them, but not an expert, posing models. But again, like you put yourself out of your comfort zone and things like that, and you learn. Like you learn and you pick something up that and then you can apply to
what you're doing.
To what you're doing,
I've also seen you, something that I shied away from for the longest time was shooting at night, because it felt so hard, especially at the beginning, because you have less light to work with. And I've seen that like you do a lot of night photography.
I like night photography.
Yeah, you love it. When I first started, because there's less light, it all ends up. This was me at the very beginning, and I just wouldn't shoot at night. I would only shoot when the sun was up. As soon as the sun went down, I'm not doing. I didn't think my photos would be that good, because I didn't know. Technically, I didn't understand it enough to know how to shoot at night.
Let me tell you a little secret, right?
Yeah.
For people that are thinking, oh, I'm studying photography, should I do nighttime, daytime?
Yeah.
Well, do all. Number one, right?
Just put yourself out there.
Yeah, do morning, do golden hours, do cloudy day, do rainy days, do sunny days.
I've seen you out in the rain a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop you.
Yeah. Like I, whenever it's raining, forecast, I say thank you, send more. Like I'm one of those people that are cheering.
Yeah,
right?
But that's a dedication too. So many people are like, it's raining, I'm not going out there.
Oh no way. It's raining. I'm out. I'm going out. I'm the idiot that's actually getting soaked, right?
But you're getting rewarded for it. Like your work looks amazing when you're out there.
Oh, look, absolutely. But the reason why nighttime is so good for people starting is, I actually think that shooting at night, the editing part is a lot more forgiving. You can hide a lot more flaws. At night.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right. When you go out at night with a bunch of friends, there's added motivation of normally going for drinks and beers afterwards.
Yeah, very good. Yes,
right?
That's a good point.
There's a social aspect as well.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
Yeah. And sometimes if you work during the day.
A lot of people can't during the day.
Yeah. So you just have to make time in the evening.
What do you think is the biggest difference shooting day compared to shooting at night?
Oh, look, I think at nighttime, I think you really need to pay more attention to your lighting source and things like that. It's obviously a lot more limited. But then I also feel that it's very, very good training ground, because then you really naturally look for source of lights and what's available and so on.
A lot of it is, how do I bring more light into this image, right?
Yeah, and really working like, I don't do artificial lights. Everything that I do is like, how much it is normally in like natural lights, whatever is available.
Which makes it harder, man. Like you got to know your settings. Like when do you bump up like your shutter, you're playing around with your shutter, your f-stop, your ISO.
Yeah, but adapt. You got to adapt.
Yeah.
Like I think adaptability is underrated.
Yeah. Well, I think it forces you to learn. When I started shooting more at night, I had to understand more. Then when I did have light during the day, it made it so much easier.
Yeah. Or harder.
Oh, hard. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there are certain things you can and can't do.
Shooting at night, I think.
You prefer it? What do you prefer?
I prefer night. Yeah, absolutely. Like I think night photography is what I prefer.
Yeah.
I like the thoughts of just.
You get some really good night shots though. Like from following you, like I'm thinking of all those shots of yours that I've really liked. Most of them are at night.
Night, yeah. I think I gravitate to nighttime. I gravitate to like rainy days.
Yeah, noticed that too.
Rainy days. Something about the drama, like the emotion, the storytelling of the mystery, the contrast.
Yes.
It's very therapeutic actually. Like for me, like going out at night. You feel you go on like incognito, like like a little ninja. You walk around with your camera. You try
like a little ninja.
Yeah. But there's an appeal for me. Like I think
it's cool.
It's very
I can
especially
see that.
after like my day job is pretty. I have a corporate job, and it's it's desk job. I go see clients. I sit in
Yep.
front of computer. I do
Yep.
like emails and stuff, and like I
It's
just
your
want to go
little
out.
your escape from that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get that. Totally.
you know.
Totally. And then when you shot with your phone for a while, you eventually decided to invest in a camera.
Hmm.
How did you decide what to get? There's so many options.
So I got my first camera. It was a Canon.
Okay,
right?
cool.
It was a Canon. I took it to a trip to Japan at the time. And again, when I was in Japan, I met up with different photographers. So I made a point.
You're always just looking to meet people.
Yeah, I make
Yeah.
a point of whenever I travel, I normally like to meet with
Yeah.
photographers from that city. And
Say you go
connect.
to a new city for the first time
Yeah.
and you want to meet people. How are you doing it? Like,
a
how
lot,
do
of,
you
lot of
find
time
them?
actually know people already.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of time, a lot of places I would know someone
Yeah.
and just say, hey, I'll be in the city.
Let's hang out.
In your city, let's hang out, and vice versa.
Yep.
Vice versa. So, there's an open invitation with a lot of friends, a lot of photographers that's coming to Sydney, and they become good friends now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so good.
If you come to Sydney, and if I genuinely can make time to go out and shoot with you, have beers with you, I will never say no.
Yep.
So I think there's that I don't know, you call it like courtesy, I guess.
Yeah.
Of and I feel that as well. I travel. I enjoy travel with my camera and so on. And
Is this you paying it forward?
paying it forward is one thing, but I benefit as well, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel that it's a two-way street. And
Yeah, it
I
is.
think once you get past the apprehension that so and so is a stranger and things like that, like no, like photography, it's a pretty universal language, right? Like I still remember, right? Like the first time I met this photographer, I couldn't speak Japanese fluently. He couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
He was just like camera and pointing.
Yeah.
And somehow
Yeah.
it works.
Wow.
Like, and we connected, and he took me around to his favorite spots and so on. Like,
Wow.
unforgettable. Like I think it really, it's very enriching.
Yeah.
Very enriching.
It is. I think you've definitely used the camera as a way to build community and also like make social changes. Like you do a lot of these charity walks at the moment as well.
That's right, and I think that's probably a big driver as well. For
Yeah,
me.
but this is like a totally different way. Like you're using your camera for so much more than what most creatives do. Most creatives just want mad images that they can post on socials. You're seeing
Well,
it
I
as
do. I want
not
that
not
too.
only that, but you're also seeing like its potential. Like you're squeezing the lemon. It's like I'm also meeting people. I'm connecting with people, connecting with strangers, learning from other people. Like it's a you're using it to its most.
So someone asked me this question as well, and the best way for me to explain is I don't look at my camera purely as a tool to
take photos.
take photos and capture a photo, right? I always tell people like your camera, it's a bridge. It's a bridge to connect with your subject, and it's a very good very good example, right? Like it's a bridge for you to connect with your subject. It's a bridge for you to connect with your audience. It's a bridge for you to tell stories.
Yep.
It's a bridge for you to give voice to some people that might not be able to
Very good.
have their own voice. It's a bridge for you to make friends.
Yep.
So
true.
I always tell people that guys, why photography? Like people ask me like why do you love photography so much? I say, look, photography for me is like having a second pair of eyes, like a brand new pair of eyes. Like you start seeing things that you just never seen before, like different shape, different
You
color.
would have never seen otherwise.
Never.
Yeah.
You walk past the same spot millions of times, and even until today, like I still notice things
Yep.
was always there, right? But you just never spotted.
I've walked here a million times.
I never spotted that,
Yeah.
And it's funny. So I think photography for me is a new pair of eyes, right? It's different way of seeing things. But for me, I always tell people as well that photography is like having a second passport.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the context of traveling around the world and
Yep.
because it really opened up a whole different world.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know, and to be honest with you, when I first started photography, I never ever in my wildest dream would I expect photography to you know, to be this platform.
Yes. Yep.
But I also feel that you can do so much good
Yeah.
with your photography,
And you are.
You know, I'm trying. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do my bit. You know, I always tell people that, look, at the end of the day, I'm just a guy with a camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I genuinely want to help.
Mm.
You know,
And you are. How did that come about? Because I see a lot of people doing photo walks and events and workshops.
Yeah.
But you're doing a lot for charities as well.
Yeah. So look, you know, the whole thing started probably about 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you met with, how many of you have started your?
So it was look, you know, the group is called ACC,
Yep.
right? But initially it was myself and another photographer, and we were just talking and say, you know what, it was like November. It's nearly Christmas. You know, it's been a good year. You learned a lot. Won some competition. You know, why don't we organize something and, you know, maybe do something to give back, right? You know, maybe raise some money for charity. You know, and you know, we didn't expect it much. Certainly didn't expect it much. And we said that, look, let's put it out there. You know, if we get like 10 people, 15 people joining us, raise like a few $100.
Yep. And what was that initial idea? Let's just meet up and walk around the city?
Let's meet up. Let's maybe get a few models, a few photographers together. Let's go shoot, have fun. You know, Christmas spirit and all of those things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's mind blowing, like totally, you know, way beyond my wildest dream, because that very first photo walk, that very first event, as soon as people realized that it was actually supporting Sydney, it was supporting Sydney Children's Hospital, I didn't have to ask for help. Help came.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yep.
Help came, and I was blown away, like the level of support. Like, can I help with this? Can I help with that? And then we had sponsors, all the major brands coming in and say, you know, we'd like to support you. We'd like to provide prizes and so on. That very first photo walk, we raised over $7,000.
Wow.
And 150 people showed
150
up.
people?
150.
Wow.
I was expecting 10, 15.
Yeah. And this was just the little idea that you thought, yeah.
And
Incredible.
it just snowballed from there. Like, crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I was thinking, like, look, why there's photo walks and there's events and so on, but
Yeah, there is.
nobody ever had the initiative of saying that, you know what, like, why don't we actually harness this community, this power, this creative power, to do something good, to make a difference. And,
exactly.
you know, and maybe by doing that, like, you can actually make a difference as well, you know. And I'm not saying, look, it's definitely a community effort. It's not, you know, all I did is basically putting my hands up, say, you know what, like, let's try, let's give it a go.
Yeah.
You know, and look, that's probably something that I feel very proud of, you know.
You should. You really should.
Very proud of. Probably as much as, you asked me about like a driver of why I'm continuing to do what I'm doing. Yes, I do love the craft, but for me, photography, this creative journey is also about bringing people together, building community, and about making a difference, giving back. So you remember I mentioned earlier that I hosted a few other photographers when they visited Sydney. Yeah. So there's this guy. He's from Finland, from Helsinki, right? And he shoots with iPhone only. Okay. So when I went out with him, I only, I went out and shoot with him only with my iPhone as well.
No way. Yeah, cool.
You know?
Yeah.
Right. So just I like to.
Yeah.
I match his his gear, but it was very good, right? But and he gave me a book. And the book is called The Power of Strangers. And he, one of the things that he told me that was stuck with me is he said that, look, Julius, you know, and we were talking, we were having beer and talk, you know, and, you know, he said, you know, world's a big place, right? He traveled around just to meet different creative and things like that. And he said that, you know what, you know, I see a lot of bad shit out there. You know, there's a lot of bad people, but there's a lot, you know, overwhelmingly, most people are good.
Yeah.
And he said that, you know what, one of the things he mentioned is, you know, what is the opposite of love? And a lot of people say the opposite of love is hate.
Yeah.
No, Julius, like the opposite of love is indifference. You know, it's when you turn a blind eye, knowing that you can potentially help someone or make a difference. And, you know, and that kind of stuck with me, like that mentality. And that happened probably like a few months before that first charity photo walk.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, man, like I think maybe it was a bit of luck, being in the right place, right time.
But also just doing it, like having a go as well. Do you know what I mean?
What do you got to lose?
But
only
a lot
5
of
people show up. Big deal.
A lot of people hold themselves back though, right? You're the guy that, like you have this perspective where like, I just have an iPhone, I'm going to have a go anyway. Do you know what I mean? Before we started, you were like, I'm not an expert at this, but I'm going to go and do the photo walk anyway. I'm going to start a photo. Like, you're a doer, you know, and a lot of people hold themselves back because they don't think they're ready. They don't think they have the gear. They don't think they're an expert.
You will never be ready.
They don't do the thing. And you're an example of what goes to show of, like, you don't have to be ready, you don't have to have the gear, you don't have to feel like an expert to make change and to do something positive. You know what I mean? And
well, thank you.
It shows that you're a good example.
Thank you. But I think just have, you know, have a bit of faith as well.
Yeah.
I think again, like as I mentioned, like that first event was a classic example of.
How long ago was this?
This was Christmas 2023.
Okay, cool.
So we are about to do our third Christmas photo walk next month.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so third, you know.
Yeah, I saw that on your socials, yep.
Yeah, right.
The 7th of December.
7th of December. But, you know, last year, for example, we raised over $20,000 in donation.
That's amazing.
You know, a number of events. And, yeah, look, just one guy with a camera, right? That's what I am. But, like,
exactly.
There are so many people that actually help.
Yeah. These events also, they're not easy, I'm assuming aren't easy to organize too. Like, it's a lot of work that you're investing to organize this. Like, I'm sure, like, you got to find models, finding these brands, organizing the event, promoting the event.
Absolutely.
Like, it's a lot of effort.
And look, you know, it's a lot of time, a lot of efforts.
A lot of that goes unseen. Like, people just turn up and they're like, oh, mad photo walk. And
they have fun.
I think it's important to highlight that it takes time and effort.
It takes a lot of time.
These things together.
It definitely takes a lot of time. But again, and sometimes you do have doubts as well. Like, you have self-doubts and so on. Like, hey, man, like, I still have doubts.
Do you feel pressure, especially when, like, brands and everything come on board with these things too? Like,
to a certain degree, yes. Look, there's a level of expectation that you want to give them.
You don't want to let them down.
Yeah, you want to put on a good show.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is a lot of work. Like,
I know it. I've run 3 events.
It's a lot of work, man.
And it's stressful.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
Back to that very first event, right? We didn't know anything. Okay, I didn't know anything. I had a lot of self-doubts.
Yeah.
And when the big brands start to like, oh, we want to donate the camera. And I said like, oh shit.
yeah.
Shit, like maybe I have to take this more seriously, you know.
Exactly.
You know, and that very first charity photo walk, we had camera from Canon, Fujifilm, Sony. Yeah. So all the major brands.
Really? How did that happen? They reached out to you? Were you reaching out to brands?
Both,
yeah. Yep.
But whenever we had that moments of self-doubts and things like that, it's always coming back to, hey, we doing this for those sick kids.
Yeah.
We're doing this for their families.
You have a reason why, yeah.
Stop this bullshit in your head. Give it your best shot.
Yeah.
Right? Give it your best shot. Like those sick kids, they deserve your help. Right? So it becomes more than just a lot of work, a lot of hours and things like that. But it's a passion project, I call it. Yeah, I refer it as a passion project. And if it is your passion, you don't feel tired. Like
Yep.
You want to do it, like because you have like reasons to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, of course. Does it help that you're doing it with other people as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like
It'd be
the
hard.
amount of work
I know.
you literally have to,
Yeah.
you know, give people
Yep.
different areas and so on, right?
Mhm.
And back then, I was a newbie. I'm still a newbie, right?
Yeah.
You know, but like
Yeah, yeah.
the context here is it was my first year of photography,
That's insane. So cool.
all right?
Yep.
So
Mhm.
somebody actually did video and reels and so on. I actually
Yep.
got a lot of creative to actually, that very first one, the way I got the words out was we have zero marketing budget, right?
Exactly.
We had every single creative that we know and so on to actually video themselves,
Yep.
inviting people to come in.
So good. Yep.
And that's how it went viral, basically.
You need that help, right?
Yeah, and they happily do that.
Yeah.
Only because you ask.
Yep.
But sometimes you just have to ask.
So many people are afraid to ask.
Like say, hey man, like
Yeah.
I'm doing this charity photo walk for sick kids.
Mm.
Are you happy to do like a minute video or 30 seconds video just to invite people to come over?
Mhm.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Like,
Yeah.
like it's so simple.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that complicated,
it's not
right?
rocket science. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've been doing this for 2 years now. Like, are there plans to? Where do you see this going?
Look, I think there's a desire for us to take the movement to other cities, other capital cities.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. And we are working with a couple of ideas at the moment, different groups and so on, to expand this concept.
Yes.
And really amplify, right?
Yeah,
and replicate
exactly.
what we did in Sydney.
Yes.
You know, would be great if Melbourne can do this for their Melbourne Children's Hospital.
Exactly.
I know
And
they-
you have proof, of what you're capable of doing.
And I'll help you. I'll give you the blueprint. I'll give you the connection.
Yep.
I'll be there to support.
Yep.
For the first one, and then you can run it. Like I mean, I'm not doing this to say that it has to be under our banner and things like no. Like I genuinely want to replicate what we've done here in Sydney, and again, like the whole thing we paid forward, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If there's if we can replicate the idea to other cities in Australia, other cities in US.
Yep.
I got a friend in Boston that is.
You have all these people that you know around the world too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a dude in Boston that's doing it.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Like say, do it, man. Just
Yep.
go do it.
And you've also got like the support from all these other brands too. Like, how did you get the support of like? I see you doing events with Lumix and Ted's cameras.
Yeah. Look, I think the relationship, obviously, over time it grew, and a lot of brands also like what we've done.
Yeah,
and,
of course
and
they
the
would.
community aspect and the whole concept of actually giving back
Yeah.
as well.
You seem to have a strong relationship.
Yeah,
with a
and
lot
and
of these
and,
brands.
and that becomes, and they know that we're not doing it just just to try to gain traction or anything like that, but
Yep.
it's coming from a person of genuine care.
They know it's genuine, but when they start being a part of these events, does it come with expectations?
Look, expectation is always there. I think I'm there's I'm a photographer, I'm a creator, but I'm very very commercial. I run business for many years.
You understand.
So I understand, right? It's about clear expectations, but risk management.
Yeah.
Those brands, yes, they want they want some returns in terms of getting exposure out there and things like that.
Yeah, of course.
But I'll tell you something. What they're more worried about is making sure that no one's getting run over. So the risk management part is something that we learn very, very quickly of how to manage. Just it will take just one thing to go really, really bad. It's all over.
Yeah.
The whole thing will backfire, basically.
It's a lot of pressure.
Well, yeah, if I put it that way, yes. If I put it that way, that's right.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of 150 photographers coming to an event.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. A lot of people to manage.
You have 15 models to work with, making sure that everyone's behaving, no one's doing anything stupid. We are very, very as a group, like we are very mindful of making sure that we're very proactive whenever we have, people that might not behave in a certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'll pull them aside, say, man, don't do that.
Yeah.
And if you continue to do that,
Yep.
then you're out. Like, you can't come to our events anymore.
Yeah, you need that. You need those boundaries.
Absolutely. All right. Same with models and so on. Like, I mean, we need to protect them, and we need to make sure that they're comfortable.
It's working. Whatever you're doing, it's working. It looks like you're doing good things. People are enjoying it. People are showing up. It's building community.
Yeah, and I think I'll continue doing that as well. There's, as a creative, there's an aspect of you improving your own craft. And for me personally, there's this aspect of the community aspect.
Yep.
This whole movement, right? Of how you're gonna continue to give back. How can you amplify your impact? Like earlier this year, I started another movement called Bet for One.
Okay.
And that's focused solely on how photographers can actually engage with the homeless community.
Yep.
Right. And starting a discussion of, for the longest time we were told, it's just absolute no to photograph or engage with those from the homeless community. But if you think about it as well, especially coming as a street photographer, and when you see a homeless person, why in the world do you just make them invincible? They're very much part of the part of what you see and so on. So yeah, like, I mean, having even just starting a discussion, and to be honest, initially I had very strong backlash.
I can imagine.
Very strong backlash. Yeah. And you say, look, it's, don't do that. Leave them alone. But maybe there is, maybe it's working because it, whatever I'm doing, it pisses people off enough to start to have a discussion. And
sometimes that's all it takes, right?
Yeah, and it's all about awareness as well. And there is potentially a respectful way to for photographers and the homeless community to actually engage in a respectful way. I mean, respecting their privacy and so on.
Yep.
And that has been really good, man. Like, I think
I saw you do that. You did something earlier this year. Was it at Town Hall?
Yeah, I did that like earlier this year in Town Hall, and really at that time it was winter. It was very cold, wet winter.
Yeah,
we had.
It was a few months ago.
And just getting blankets, sleeping bags, jackets, and we got those from the photography community actually coming together and actually donating.
Yeah.
And I think at the end we got close to like 100 sleeping bags, 200 blankets. Like, it's meaningful, and it was instantly distributed to those in need. And that feels good. That really feels good.
That's great. You've really put yourself into the community. Does it ever feel like, remember when we started talking about this, you said, like, you've got to enjoy it, it's got to be happy. Once you start building out all these things, does it ever start feeling like work?
Look, it gets tiring, and the honest reality as well is, if you do it alone, it gets lonely, and that's why you actually genuinely need good people around you.
Yeah, man. So true.
Keep you accountable. Push you as well. Push you as well. Say,
So
hey,
true.
come on, man. We got to do something.
Remember why we're doing this. You need those
exactly.
voices.
Just keeping it real, basically. But I mean, fundamentally as well, for me it's back as well, right? Like, I mean, I still want to become a better photographer. I want my photography to be better than 24 months ago, 12 months ago.
Yeah.
So there's that aspect as well. There's that aspect of continually wanting to learn, to improve, because I love the damn thing, right?
Yeah.
I genuinely love the damn thing, right?
Yeah.
I love the craft. I love the art, right?
Yeah.
And then there's that aspect of the community aspect, and that part is challenging, okay? How do you keep things, how do you keep a level of momentum?
Yep. True. A lot of people feel that, right? they've started something good and it's like, man, I got to keep going because I've got some momentum going.
How do you keep momentum? How
pressure.
do you keep things fresh? You know,
That as well.
how do you amplify your impact? How can you actually do better than previous years? You know, and really asking yourself as well, because unless you ask those important questions, then it's very quickly you feel like you're running like a like a hamster.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
You know, in the wheel. So
and that can get stressful as well.
That's right.
And then that takes the joy out of it.
That's right. But you asked me as well, like, what's the next thing? Like, we were thinking, okay, like, if we can actually replicate what we've done in Sydney and start a movement, similar movement in other cities, that's legacy.
Yeah.
Like, for me, that's more than just myself.
Yeah.
That's leaving something behind that can potentially help a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, it leaves an impact too, right?
You know, so that's bigger than me.
Yes. And you haven't been doing this for long, as you've said. Do you ever wish that you started doing this sooner?
Yeah, for sure. Like, look, for a long time, so I'll tell you a little story, right?
Yeah.
When I was in school, you know, I arrived here, migrant kid, didn't speak, any English, right? My favorite subject in school was visual art.
Okay.
So I'm that kid that loves drawing, painting, anything artsy. I love that, right?
Yeah.
And by the time I finished my HSC, I topped 2 classes, right? One was visual art.
Yeah.
The other one was business studies.
Okay.
And if you ask me which one I love more, it was creative art.
Yeah.
It was always the visual art, you know, that I love doing. And my late father, being sensible, and say, there's a lot of hungry artists out there, son.
Yeah, try and look out for you.
You know?
Yeah.
So okay, fair point. Right?
Fair point.
So I pursued business.
Yep.
And for a long time, for many years, I focused myself on my career, building business.
Yep.
I completely disregarded my creative aspect, creative side. Didn't draw, didn't paint, didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Until photography came into picture. And I still remember, like, when I started taking photos on my iPhone, something
came back.
Yeah, like a sleeping giant.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That fire. Oh shit, this is fun.
Yeah.
You know. And it was like, you know, it's like flashback. Like I can start to relate some of the things in photography now that I learned from my art teacher back in school.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
You know. And you asked me as well, like, in terms of where the future will hold things like that. Like, for me, the reason why I'm taking photography and so on quite seriously, you know, look, it is a passion, but, you know, my dream one day is to be able to live, work anywhere I want, and to really spend my time with photography, right? And connect with people and so on. So that's a dream, right?
Yeah.
You know,
it's good to have goals, though. You know, you want to set those goals. You want to set big goals.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and it would be cool just to go around, take photo, meet people.
Yeah.
And be based anywhere in the world, and to do this basically.
Yeah. And with what you've done in such a short amount of time, there's no reason why you can't. You know.
Yeah. Look, I hope so. Like you know, I'm not banking on it personally. I don't. I think. One thing that again, like, an internal dilemma, I guess, is part of me don't want to, you know, commercialize this whole photography things, because there's part of me that feels that as soon as you're doing this for money, as your main source of income, it will suck away a lot of the joy.
Yeah, if you don't approach it the right way, for sure.
So there's that reluctance.
But at the same time, you need to see it as money also gives you the opportunity to reach more people.
You know,
as well.
But that's the other thing as well is, look, you know, once I'm actually sick and tired of this whole corporate running a business, things, right? I also, the other thing I'm doing, I teach as well at University of New South Wales. So I'm an academic as well. So do I wanna become a full-time academic? Hell no, right? Don't think I want to do that.
But do you ever think, I think this, like if, say you do commercialize it and you start making, like I always think if I make more money, I can then invest more and then imagine how much bigger I can make this. Do you think that way?
Yeah, yes. But I think for me also is, what would be really cool is if I can actually work and travel and have some meaningful impact to different community.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what that will look like. I don't have all the answers and so on, but
you don't need to sometimes, you know? Sometimes you learn as you go. Like you just got to start.
You know,
and that's what you've done.
That would be the dream, I guess, you know. Like, I mean, one of the reasons people ask me, like, why do you pursue photography seriously and things like that? Like, I wanted to be able to live somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right? That's the game plan, basically. Yeah. I want to be able to be based in somewhere else and actually support myself.
Yep.
And I thought photography might be it. But who knows?
Where would you go? Where would be your dream place?
Japan. I love to be in Japan. I love... I work and live in Japan before. Would be nice to spend like 6 months in Japan, 6 months in Australia.
Yep.
Like or maybe like 3 months here, 3 months there.
Yeah.
3 months there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's cool. Why not?
You know, like YOLO. You only live once, you know.
Yes, YOLO. Yeah, I agree. Fantastic. Man, really, your perspective and the way that you see this whole thing is incredible. I absolutely love it. One last thing, who inspires you in this space? Like, who are people that you see that are doing like a great job that you look up to?
Look, there's a lot of creative that I look up to. Like, I think creatively, if you ask me, like, who's my inspiration? Like Cartier-Bresson, Henry Cartier-Bresson is like
street photographer.
Street photographer. He's like basically the father of street photography. So a lot of his stuff I really like. There's a guy in New York called Phil Penman that I really like his work as well. He's a Leica ambassador. There's so many creative, man. I mean, I'm in Australia. Like, I mean,
they're everywhere, right?
They're everywhere.
It's easy to be inspired.
You know, if I look at portrait, you have Julia Trotti. You know, if you want like street photography, you got Not Border Mike. Fantastic. That's a lot of very talented people out there, and I think we're very, very fortunate. I think for such a relatively small country, I think we pack more punches, Yeah. Don't you think?
I think so. I think so.
I think the number of creatives that we have, like really, really talented creatives, is unbelievable. And I think the culture that it's very inclusive. I was talking to other photographers in the past from other countries and so on, where they're not so open about sharing their knowledge. Or they gatekeep. Why? Why would you do that?
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Like, whereas here, like, if you genuinely just like ask someone, hey man, like, can you help me out? I want to learn this. I want to. Can you connect me with so and so? 9 out of 10 is a yes, man.
We need more of that. I just feel a lot of people are afraid to ask.
And first, like, same with people. If they ask me, can you, like, why not? Like, why not be nice?
Yeah.
Like, if you have a choice of being nice.
Why not be nice? We
have a choice being nice or being a dick. Right? Why do you choose to be a dick?
Yes. You're right, though. You're so
right. It's an option.
Yeah, it is. It's a choice. You make that choice.
Yeah. Like, don't be a dick.
Yeah, I totally agree. In so many parts of your day, you're absolutely right. I have a choice on how I want to react to this. Right. When someone messages me or when I have an interaction with someone, I get to choose how I react. I can react in a positive way or I can be a dick. And that's your choice. And a lot of the time people choose to, like, why?
Oh, look,
it doesn't really make sense.
And you know what? Like, you deal with all sort of people, right? Yes. And I think, look, we shouldn't be naive. Like, there are people out there that maybe are not so nice and want to take advantage and have hidden agendas and so on.
Yeah.
Like, don't be a sucker as well. Right?
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Equally as well, like, don't be a dick. Like,
Yeah.
be nice to people. Like, be kind. Like, I mean, I think the world need that.
Yeah.
You know, you know, the world need more of that.
Yeah, I think so too. And you're a great example of this, man. Honestly, like everything, I've been following you for a while now, and just everything you put out, the community that you're building, it's so positive. And you like, I genuinely believe we need more of it. And you're out there doing it. You're an example, and it's why I wanted you to have you on here. You know, just to show more people. And thank you for everything you're doing. Thanks for your time for coming on and sharing what you know.
Thank you. It's really, I hope it's a good, robust discussion.
It's exactly what I want it to be, man. Totally. And I hope more people go to your events.
Yeah.
Like more people need to know about it. I look for, hopefully I will have this out before the 7th, so I'm happy to promote it. But anything that you have going on, I just hope it grows, and I hope you keep going with it. Other cities, everything. Honestly love it.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for your time, my man.
Thank you.
Legend.